What's up, friends? It's Firecore. Welcome to a new tier list video, and this one is a Nekopara tier list for all the characters. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, about 9-ish, 8-ish months ago, I made a Nekopara character tier list where I recorded my computer with my phone. It was crappy quality, crappy audio, you couldn't see anything on screen, so I thought I'd make a updated version because I said that I was going to do, like, I don't know, redemption videos. Since I have a lot of crap videos on the channel, I decided to, remake some of them. The first one is going to be the Nekopara one. So, since I am playing through the Nekopara games again, I don't have much time to do it since I'm playing more Smash these days, but I have played all the Nekopara games, playing through them again, so I have a very good grasp on the characters at the moment. But, like all my tier list videos, I just want to state, this is my opinion. If you disagree with my opinion, and you get all butthurt, I'm very sorry. Please leave inside the comments below your preferences on the characters if you've played the games, or if you just look them up on certain websites. Alright, so let's mix them up. Now, I just want to say, I did not make this tier list. I have never made a tier list in my entire life, except my Nekopara tier list, which was crappy quality with weird images that I just pulled off of Google. Now, to be honest, this dude has some jank pictures, like poor Cinnamon's. Very small over here, but that doesn't matter. We're going to start off with Maple. Okay. So, to be honest, this character I didn't give a rat's ass about until Volume 3. And even inside of Volume 3, which wasn't my favorite volume, she wasn't my personal favorite. I'm not going to say she's a bad character. It's just I'm not a big fan of the whole prissy kind of character. I call her prissy, right? I'm not going to insult their bad parts about them, because all of them have their quirks and the things people like about them. They're very nice, and I like their personalities. It's just there's other characters that I think make me happier when they're on screen. So Maple will get a solid B tier. She's not a bad character, not an amazing character in my book, just kind of there. Now, this is kind of off of just my personal equation with the game, you could say. I have well, I think most people, if they played all three, they're going to have more of a connection to the older characters, or the ones that have their volumes and their characters interacted more. So, what I mean is a character like Chocola has been around since Season 1, or Volume 1. They're going to have all of Volume 1 for character development, all of Volume 2, and all of Volume 3 again. But, unfortunately, Maple and Cinnamon were the, I'm not going to say rejects, it's just they decided to put their relationship and all that towards the end of the series, which was fine. But personally, you know, I had a couple volumes to get to know the other characters a little bit better. But I'm glad that they did some information on them, since I think they're good characters. Speaking of the other counterpart, we have Cinnamon, the big-chested, blue-haired sailor outfit. No, she's the magical girl. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, personally, I think this character's very funny. When I read Nekopara, I'm not there for the jokes. I'm not there for the sexy imagery. I'm there for the good feels in the heart way, since I do play the censored version on the Nintendo Switch. And I only can imagine what people think of me when they go on my Nintendo Switch online profile and see that I've put a couple thousand hours into some games, and I'm currently playing Nekopara Volume 1, so, you know. But I personally think Cinnamon's just a more interesting character. Like Maple, she was fun to see, but Cinnamon, I most of the time laughed. her joke, her whole lewdness, I'm not going to say got old, it's just they kind of didn't branch out instead of other ways of pulling the joke off. But I think she's still an S tier waifu. I like her a lot. You can't really complain about her. She's funny. She's a nice character. All right, now we have the Munchkin Cat, aka Azuki, the Bean. So I'm just gonna put this character where she belongs, inside the toppest of top tiers. Now, I don't really know why. I don't know why this character has given me such a interesting feeling. It's just I always enjoy her personality. She's very funny to read or see, however you want to look at it. Inside the anime, quite awesome. I just think she's a cool looking character. I like her outfit. Art style's cool. Voice, I suppose, is cool. Even though I'm pretty sure they got a different voice actor for the anime, I still enjoyed her personality. But I can't really name anything bad about this character. Top tier waifu. Definitely the toppest of S tiers. But if you don't like her, that's fine. Okay, on to kind of the poster child. Like, I guess you could say that. Some people say that vanilla and chocolate are equal instead of like the series, but I don't know. Maybe it's because the other one's a little bit quieter, and this one's more outgoing, like her little JPEG image is implying with her spunky wave. I don't know. She's a fine character. When I see her, I always think of kind of not too intelligent, but I know that's her whole gimmick. She's supposed to be childish, which makes sense since she is the youngest. No, she's a twin of the young. Okay, both of the two for Volume 1 are the youngest, but she acts quite juvenile, which is fine. I think it gives more. You have a character like Maple, which always acts like the big Onesan, and then you have the little squeaker kid. I don't know, but I like her a lot. You grow to like these characters since Volume 1. You always like them. You can't sit there and, I don't know, complain about how they look and all that. They're top tier. Top tier. This game series has always kind of given a nice smooth wave with all the characters. There's never a character that's like doo-doo, which is good. Okay, the next is Shigure. Now, this is not a cat girl, as you can probably assume by the lack of ears. But don't quote me on this. Pretty sure Shigure is the name of the artist for the Nekopara series. I don't know where I got that information from, but, you know. No, I'm pretty sure I, like, follow the person who does the art on Twitter and the name Shigure. I don't know, but Shigure is a cool character. She has the whole, like, little sister vibe, which is awesome. This is going to sound kind of weird, but I hope she gets some showcaseness inside of Volume 4. I know they're mostly going to focus on Francis. At least I'm assuming that's the person they're going to bring into the series, since they need a new person. But Shigure, top tier. Hope she gets some more character development and all that, along with main characters' parents and all that. But I think she's a good character, so I'll put her around where Maple is. She doesn't get that much. Her entire existence kind of just being the caretaker. I do prefer her in the anime, though. She was a lot more engaging, in my opinion. If you guys haven't watched the anime, I would highly advise it. It's pretty funny, especially if you've read the volumes. It's funny. I'm also pretty sure there's 2 OVAs. One for so there's the first one, which was the first OVA. It's like 1 hour long, that encapsulates everything that happened inside of like Volume 1 of like Nekopara. And then there's OVA 2, which I'm pretty sure is like 30 minutes or something. And that encapsulates everything inside of Volume 0. No, Nekopara Extra, I think. It's the one where they're like 6 months earlier before Volume 1. I'm not really sure. Where they're all like young children, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, be sure to watch the anime, read the volumes. They're pretty accessible. But yeah, Shigure, very good character. Okay, on to Coconut. Okay, now I'm not going to say she's a bad character. I'm really not. It's just personally, she's on the lower side of the characters. I'm not saying she has a bad personality. She's pretty funny, and the interaction between her and her sister is quite enjoyable. I have to say that is probably some of the hardest I've laughed inside of the story, even though I don't laugh that hard at the story. She's not my favorite, which is why I'm going to put her at the low B tier mark. That's kind of an insult since I know quite a bit of people like this character. Personally, I just think she's outshined by others, but I can fully understand why people like her as a character. It's just she's a little too dopey for me. I'm not saying that's a bad thing though, as you can tell by Chocola, which is quite dopey in her own way. Alright, now on to the other poster child for the series. I can fully understand why these characters were the poster children. I don't know how the development for Volume 1 happened. It was like 2014, right? Yeah, I bet they were sitting there in 2014, Neko Paradise, sitting there like, okay, we need some characters for Volume 1. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty easy to assume that they're going to get the white-haired person and the dark-haired person and have like polarizing personalities. One is very outgoing, and the other one's a kundere. Pretty sure that is a kundere. Or emotionless. Well, she's not emotionless, but you know, she has like the whole emotionless personality, which I'm pretty sure is called a kundere, but don't quote me on that. I'm not much for my lingo. But she's a top tier character. I think by far she has the best design of all the characters. Maybe that's just because I have a thing for like pure white hair, and like the light blue is very nice. So I'll put her at an S tier, right under, in my opinion, best girl. Okay, we have 3 more characters, which are less important, I'm going to say. So unfortunately, there is no Cacao. Is that her name? Coco? The little green-haired lolly from the anime. For the record, if she was in here, she would definitely be an A tier, since she's top tier and very cute inside the show. Definitely a must-watch, especially just for that character. But since they don't have that, they threw Milk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Milk. But I do not really recall her being inside of the volumes as a maid. Or instead of a maid outfit. So, I don't know if this is just some unofficial artwork, or if I wasn't paying attention. But I just thought she worked at the food stand out by the bridge or whatever. But it doesn't matter. She's a fine character. No story development on her. She's just kind of there when it's convenient. She got saved by the dopey one, and gave some food inside of Volume 1. Like, I'm pretty sure she's inside of every single volume. And I also think she's inside the anime, but don't quote me on that. I think she's a cool character. I like her, but I might have to put her inside the C tier. Unless that's not Milk, but I think that's the only character that it could be. Gray hair? Yeah, that's Milk, okay? I guarantee it. Alright, and then we have our headless protagonist here, being Cashew. Now, Cashew inside of the anime actually made me feel a little bit more connected to him. I think the biggest fault of Volume 1 is I really didn't, it was kind of like watching a hentai. Like, they made it so you put yourself inside of Cashew's place, which personally, I'm not a big fan of inside of visual novels or hentai. I prefer to see character with character and see their interactions, since I'm not the one playing the game. I don't really like a lifeless husk just to be going through the story, which I'm glad inside of Volume 2 and Volume 3 and in the anime and the OVAs, they gave Cashew a face, gave him some of a personality, even though he's still kind of lifeless, but he's better than Volume 1, which kind of just existed. But as a character, how do I think of Cashew as a character? Alright, so he has like an estranged relationship with his father, I think. I'm pretty sure Volume 4 is going to cover that, since if you go on the official Twitter page of NekoWorks, which you totally should, I check that almost every single day for information. I'm pretty sure they release like fan art, no, not fan art, well, yeah, fan art along with official artwork for the characters. And a while ago they revealed Cashew's mother and father, and that's basically all I know about him. But we'll probably get more information on them inside of Volume 4, which I'm looking forward to. But Cashew as a character, Like I said, lifeless husk, even inside the anime and volume 2 and 3, he still kind of just goes through the motions. So I can't say he's a good character. So I'm gonna have to put him inside a D tier for Mr. Dick. Yeah, he's Mr. Dick. If you've played the uncensored version, you probably know what that means. And then we have Frances. At least I think that's her name. I really don't know much about this character. I know she's inside of the I'm pretty sure she's like the main protagonist of Volume 4. Or is she the main protagonist inside of that app game? There's a Nekopara app game inside of like development or something. And I remember watching the trailer for it, and she was like the spokesperson. But I don't really know. I'm just gonna assume she's like the new character that's coming out inside of Volume 4. So if that's the case, I have no way to talk about this character. She has like a cool looking art style, and I think a pink-haired person is something that they don't have yet, which I'm kind of confused since, you know, they have all the hair, pretty much. Yeah, so it's about time they had a pink-haired one. But, yeah, I have no complaints with this character. I do not know what she has, like, store inside the story. She'll probably be, like, a character that comes into the shop or something and requires a job. I'm not sure how they're gonna interact with a new character or something. Maybe an adoption arc. I have no clue. But she looks cool enough, so I'll put her inside of a, I don't want to be insulting and say that I like this character more than these three, just because I think she looks good, but honestly I'm going to have to put her inside of an A tier. Please don't hate me if you like these three characters, or these two characters along with them, if you like Milk and Cashew for some reason. Just personally, I think this character's looks, so far, give me enough of a interest in the character that I'll put her inside of an A tier. Maybe she'll be uber annoying and like the most bitchy tsundere inside of all of everything I've ever seen, and then I'll probably have to drop her down to an F tier because she's annoying. But at the moment, I think she looks cool enough that I'll put her inside of an A tier. But this is my Nekopara character tier list. I do not mean to offend anyone with my placings of the characters. I highly doubt anyone's going to get offended, since most people just read this visual novel for enjoyment and to see some cat girls doing some cute things. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and keep on the lookout for my videos.